if we look at that grip position and Paul to start with, okay, if we zoom in now, you can see the difference. I think for me it's about getting that grip a bit cleaner, okay, how the hand on the left hand needs to sort of fit with a bit more of that crease going up towards your sort of chin, your right shoulder. You can kind of see where it's angled off on the side here now. It's kind of following roughly your left arm there. So that left hand is a little bit weak. The fact we can see your fingers underneath the grip there, underneath your hands, it means your left hand is too far this way. If the grip's done correctly, these fingernails of your left hand will be covered by the thumb. So with the club being in a slightly more square position, your ability to control the club face is going to get better, okay? Now, we said last, obviously, about the legs being a bit of an issue, okay, which is why when you do swing it a bit round to the left, you pulled a little bit of the shot there, okay, which we'll discuss going forward, okay? But in terms of the movement now through the golf ball, we want to get those arms to be nice and soft. This was actually a pretty good movement with the arms, but because the grip was weak, it went a bit to the right, okay? This one on the right-hand side was a good grip, okay? Same backswing as obviously before, as you came through the golf ball, your left arm, you can see almost like trying to push it towards target, like a straight line, back over the bowler's head kind of mentality. And the golf swing is basically a circle on an angle. So if you think about a circle going round, if you imagine kind of the those fairground rides where the old big thing, they sort of tilt on a sort of an angle this way. That is basically the golf swing, working around on, depending on which club you've got, a certain angle to the ground. So a putter would be just short of vertical, the drive would be nearer to 45 degrees, and obviously shorter clubs in between that, the angle changes, but it's still always a circle around our body. We're not trying to swing the club in a straight line, okay? I think for me, grip's always going to be an issue we're going to discuss at the start, and grip pressure. I think you'd admit when you first held the golf club, you gripped on quite tight anyway. If you're gripping it in the palm here now, you haven't got much grip pressure, you're squeezing the club with your fingers, okay? And if the club is sitting up in this palm of the lifeline here now, you have to move around. So if the club starts moving in your grip, you're going to start squeezing it tighter to try and stop that club moving, aren't you? You grip it down here across that sort of joint of your fingers, so you're weathering in the grip there. There's quite a bit of grip pressure in there. You can hold that club there now, the club's not going to move at all. So once you feel more secure with the grip, I don't think you'll need to feel you're going to grip it quite so tight. Okay, the looser you are, the more control of that club face you're going to have. Okay, so as you're swinging back there now, as I said, I think lower half movements certainly getting better at stuff. You may sort of look at a bit more detail, but you can see from here now by being on your right side there, this back foot, as you come into the ball, if you release the club over your left shoulder this way, you might get a few pulley ones at that last one there. Okay, but I want to see more of that movement, and then we cure that by changing the reasons why it goes left. Not have two wrongs making a right. Yeah, if you're sliding your legs this way, then hitting it kind of straight, you're restricting how far it can go, and you're relying on two or three wrongs to make a right. It can work. You're on the range long enough, hitting over and over and over lots of shots, you might get some good shots. But consistency-wise, you'll be either really good or like way left or way right. I never know where it's going to go. Yeah. Okay, so work on that grip. Okay, if you're down the range, I said before, send some pictures and videos through. You'll just double check. Even if worst case, I'll just take a photograph of your setup there, put it on timer, or get someone to take a photograph there in that position, just send it through to me. Say, is this looking okay? Within 2 seconds, I can just thumbs up or no, one of the two. Okay, just make sure that's better. Again, keep that image there. If you sort of say before, just send the video through to you. Screen grab that. What we're looking for is a few checkpoints. The two knuckles there of your left hand, these two you should be able to see. You shouldn't be able to see your fingernails under your left hand there. And the V's, as we said, are going a bit more up towards that right shoulder. If we get more in that position, we can control the club face a little bit better, okay? Shorter thumb in the fingers and nice and loose. Okay, Paul, make sense? Yeah. And with that, again, just allow the arms to just naturally kind of fold and bend as they want. You don't try to manipulate the club by going straight. Okay, I think with the more practice of you doing that, then you'll start getting a few shots going to the left and the right, and then you can kind of find the middle ground based on feel, not just like it's going to the right, it's going to the right, and start trying to pull it left all the time or create the fault to cure it. So, okay?
Yeah.